Hey guys, and welcome back to Building Habits. In case you're new here, this is a series where I introduce a set of rules you should try and follow in every game you play. The goal is to teach you strong fundamental principles that we will improve upon as we go. This series is my personal take on how to improve in chess, starting from 400 ELO all the way up to 2000 ELO and beyond. I'm going to choose a series of rules that I have to follow. What you might notice is that you will miss chances to play winning moves. That's okay. The goal here is to focus on the fundamentals, and I'm trying to get you guys to build good habits and play high percentage moves that will help you increase your rating. We got a thick opponent here. Let's see if we can keep the streak up. Okay, what are we playing against the Sicilian? We are playing C3. We are playing C3. We'll see what they do. I don't think we've played against someone who plays E5. And guys, I mean, look how strong C3 is. Someone want to explain this move to me? What? Hello? I mean, C3 is just a walking W. You got guys out here playing E5. However, I'm going to stick with my habits. Habits say, don't go fishing for free pawns when your king's not castled. So, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there. I know it. Call me crazy, but we are going to stick to those habits. Let's castle. Okay, but we're not going to let it throw us off. We're going to continue with that D4. That's why we played C3. So we're going to make sure we follow through. D4. Okay. Pieces out. I got lots of space. I'm not going to go ahead and trade that. Just going to get the rook to the middle. Nice development here. Nice development here. Let's get the bishop out. This looks like a decent square. Probably want to move the queen up next and bring the rook over. I have a question. Do I want my rook on the c file or the d file here, guys? Important question. The c file is an open file. The d file is a semi-open file, but it is closer to the center. Okay, let's play queen d2. There's definitely pros and cons for each of them. Definitely pros and cons. So when the rook lines up on my bishop like that, I am just going to grab the bishop and move it out of the way, just to be safe. It might not be necessary, but I am going to do that. How do I know queen d2 or queen e2 here? Because queen e2 hangs a piece. So there you go. But yes, d1. We had some people saying c, which is fully understandable. It's an open file, but that pawn there needs to be attacked. We got a rook on the d file. That's exactly where we need it. Attacking that guy right there. Okay, queen's attacking this knight. Again, I'm just going to continue with the move I wanted. Now it makes even more sense. Okay, rook to the d file. If he takes, we can pre-move recapturing. Okay, we really put him in the think tank here. Oh, happy to hear that, Gonzo Chess. Rooks to the c file wouldn't be bad, but as you can see here, it's much better placed. Okay, let's play h3. Just gonna toss it in there. Just gonna toss it in there. Okay, he thought for like 2 minutes and played this move. I think thought for like 2 seconds and played that move. And my move was probably just as good as his. Now, I've sort of moved everything, right? It's time for me to actually do something in this game. I mentioned that my plan was to attack this guy, so I think I can accomplish that. First of all, I could take here. That absolutely looks like a reasonable move, but I still don't want to maybe help his pawn structure or maybe bring his rook here to guard that pawn. All I want to do is threaten the pawn with these pieces. So I'm just going to grab the knight. I'm just going to move it back. That's a very difficult move, I would say, to play at this level. But the idea of not trading just to trade, only favorable things are going to happen for him there. All those captures kind of help him in a way. Just uncover. You have a lot of firepower behind the knight. Just uncover it, and now you're threatening the pawn on d6. Okay, he goes knight a5. He has a threat of his own. I like the move by the way. He has a threat of his own. He's hitting our bishop. Pretty much got to save that. That would lose a pawn here. So let's save the bishop. How can we do that? GGPCTU, thank you for the 9 months. It's a good habit, GGPCTU. It's a good habit. Ryan says, thanks for the gifted sub from a broke uni student who loves chess. Broke uni student who loves chess. That sounds like me. Right before I dropped out of uni. What are we going to do here? We're in the tank right now. We're in the tank. Bishop f7. Bishop a4. Knight f5. It's a tough position. I would say like the move that makes the most sense is like, yeah, just bring the bishop back. Why not, right? It's like, yeah, just bring this bishop back. It's nothing to worry about it. Nothing to worry about, rather. But it's bishop c2 is not a great move. Bishop c2 is not a great move. So one of the better moves in this position. It's going to be a tough one to see. I think it might be a move like knight d5. If they take, we take back. That's how we save our bishop. But not that, in my opinion, not that easy to spot, right? I'm going to play the move bishop d5. I don't think it's a great move, but I think it's a little more realistic. But in case you're wondering, I think knight d5 would be the move. But, the guy just attacked our bishop. There's a hanging pawn there. To play knight d5 is not necessarily the most obvious thing. Okay. Taking, I don't think is good. I'm going to take back with the knight. Now, there's real pressure. If he doesn't lose some material here, I'll be very impressed. Yeah, so he just lost material. Let's take it back. There was knight b3 after 95, and the same position would result. That's on the board here. Fame 7. Same position, except there would be a bishop missing for me, or a piece missing for me, so it'd still be good. I'm up a piece here, so it's really good, but even if I wasn't, this would still be nice. Queen d8 did hold everything. Well, not everything, but it held things to the best of his ability. Whenever I talk about losing material, I say, hey, when we lose material, we want to lose a rook for a piece. The same thing with taking material. In this position, I could take a free knight. That's just an extra knight. I could just yoink mine. Or I could take his rook, and what's going to happen after that is he's going to take here with check, and he's going to get my knight back. So I don't want to take a rook for a knight. I'd rather take something simply for free, just a free piece. Always better to take something free. You have it, they don't. Okay, next game. We're on a win streak right now. This is going well. This was a good game. C3 still worked very well. The Sicilian, I think, is getting killed by us in this series. I don't have stats on it just yet, but I think the Sicilian is getting destroyed by us in the Habit series. E4. This looks like a gambit we haven't seen before. So with all gambits, I usually accept them, at least to start off. Okay, we haven't seen this. He goes knight there. Can only imagine this is a reasonable move to defend it. F3. I mean, hey, let's accept the gambit. That's the best way to find out how it's played. Just take it. Let's take it. Okay, knight's out. I'm happy to hear that, Mr. Counter Gambit. Oh, d5. So this is exactly what I would say we want when we're white. I always mention you push d5, push this knight around, see where he's going to go. So let's see how we can handle it. Yep, this is the Black Mardimer Gambit. Exactly. Exactly. So, no queen d4. No, I just have a policy in this series that like you don't go pawn grabbing or pawn hunting in the middle of the board when you're not castled yet. And it's kind of worked out pretty well for us, actually. Hello, Tommy Shelby. Okay, knight gets attacked by the bishop. I could move the knight and attack his bishop. I'm going to play a move that develops my piece and guards in the center just because that looks productive. So if you can ever develop a piece and deal with a threat at the same time, it's usually a pretty good move. Okay, he decides to take. Remember, I am up material. That's the one thing to remember about gambits, which is why I'm going to take this knight. If you're ahead in material, you want to trade. And every time you play a gambit, you're ahead in material. Every time you accept a gambit, rather. This pawn is just totally free. Let's take it with the pawn. But yeah, seriously. Trading is so simple after a gambit is played. Because it'll always be a good idea, and it's usually pretty easy to execute. Let's castle. Got to get our bishop developed. Again, I want to do it in a way that facilitates more trades. More trades. I don't need to do it right away, but I know that at some point I can always trade this. Rook on an open file. Can't be bad. Okay, he got out of the pin. Now, it's not that you have to take this, but I am going to take it for the principle of, hey, if you're up material of any sort, trading pieces is just a hack. It's just a hack. Always a good idea. Let's go queen d6. So I'm gonna bring my rooks in the middle. Okay, he's putting some pressure on this guy, so I am gonna play h6 because I think it kind of makes sense. Plus, it's a move I want to do anyway. Okay, I'm gonna continue, like I said. Rooks in the middle, and knight into the center of the board is also going to be a good one. Again, trades I'm very happy with. Plus, knight into the middle of the board is often a move you look for when you're wondering, hey, what do I do next? Like, knight into the center, supported by something, pawn, knight. Often good. Often good. Okay, he does not want to trade pieces, which I fully understand. Fully understand. I think it's pretty reasonable to keep pushing some pawns here. Okay. There's a threat here. There's a threat here. Now, dealing with this threat, I think that we can deal with this threat in a rather beautiful way. Still, gonna be tricky. But backwards knight move, guards that, hits the queen, hits the rook. Queen c5 was there to trade queens. 100% agree. 100%. In fact, queen b6, queen c5. There are a number of ways to do that. I was thinking more of the play a random pawn move kind of vibe, which is why I played c5, just to sort of maybe be a bit more in line with habits. But If you're trading pieces, I'm not complaining. Queen c5, queen b6 when the queen was here are all great moves. Forcing a trade of queens. I'm very happy to hear that. Okay. Queen there. Now, the reason I can take this knight immediately, or why I will take the knight immediately, is because it's check. Okay, so I'm going to take it because it's check. Now, I have an issue here. That checks my king, and that checks my king. And both of them look very strong. So, what I'm going to do here is what Tommy was mentioning I could have done previously. And when you're up material, like a rook for a bishop, you shouldn't even give second thought to trading queens, even if it costs you a pawn. So we're going to go here. It trades the queens off. You might say, you know, like, why are we giving up a pawn? Trading the queens is so valuable when you're up material. In fact, he just resigned, right? Like, you know, winky face. Okay, e4. What line is it going to be? Oh, it's Caro-Kann. Guys, get your Caro-Kann hats on. Knight c3. Okay. d4. We have looked at this line before. Hopefully you guys remember it. Can you help me out with the moves? We should be able to get a very good game from the opening right here. This is all stuff that we have looked at, and hopefully you guys are remembering. Knight e2, yes. Yes. Pawn there. What's the next move? And these moves might not be very habitsy. It's okay. It's okay. These are just going to be from memory. These are going to be from memory. Hopefully we remember. We did knight e2. Now we want to go c3. Yes. c3. If you're newer, you might not remember this. That's okay. Pay attention then. But after c3, we're looking to loosen up this this pawn there. Pushes. What do we do now? That is, as I pointed out when we studied this, there's no possible way that this pawn can be defended by his guys all the way over here easier than it can be attacked by my guys over here. It's too far. It's too far. Knight f4. Yes. Double attack. He's going to defend it. But guys, this is 100% what we studied. It's all in our heads. It should be. He's protecting his pawn. Guys, queen a4. That is a fork. And you know what? When this pawn falls, that pawn falls. So just from that one little study session, I'm already winning 2 pawns, and I should just be winning the game. The game should just be over. Okay, he's literally got 0 pieces developed. He's playing with 2 pawns. I've got 3 pieces, and I'm going to be taking all of this stuff. He goes knight there. It's like, okay. Look at my game right now. You know what I mean? This is just destruction. Let's castle. Okay, I'm going to stick with my normal. I'm going to bring the rook to the middle. Oh my god, he mouse slipped as well. Oh, this guy's not. He might just resign or something. He's just not having a good day. Oh no. Oh, it's tragic. It's just tragic. Let's bring this bishop back. Why do I want to do that? I want to get my pawns in the middle of the board. Okay, very important. Very important. Oh, my guy has to put his king here. Oh no. Oh no. Let's stick to the habits, guys. h3. Bishop out. Bring the rook to the middle. We're not going to get cocky here. We're still going to focus on the fundamentals. Okay. Attacking the center pawn, it is defended, but it means I can't put my bishop there because it's not going to be defended enough times. So let's just play here. I know it's not pretty, but I just want to bring my rook to the middle. Maybe I could bring my queen back here into safety. Then I've got a very compact position I can move forward from. So yeah, stick with the rook to the middle. Okay, here we go. And just to keep everything nice and secure, I'm going to bring my queen back as well. Now, just look at my position. I've got center pawns. I'm up 2 pawns. I mean, buddy can't even castle properly. I mean, this is just a wash. this should be a wash. Okay. Goes knight d7. So I've pretty much done everything, right? Pretty much done everything. It's time to push some pawns in the middle of the board and open things up, because if we open things up, it's really going to hurt his position. So how do we want to do that? I'm going to start with the move c4. He doesn't have pawns that can match me, so I should be using these 2 pawns, push them up the board. Let's go with d5. Open things up. Open the middle of the board. Everything else is going to follow, rather. And look what happens. This guy is loose. Queen takes bishop. Queen takes bishop. It's just a free piece. Just a free piece. And after rook e8, we get to demonstrate another tactic. Even though our queen is hanging, this is still an important tactic. Knight e6. Knight e6. Hitting the queen and the king. And you cannot take it because of the pin. Definitely an advanced tactic. 100% advanced. But we are starting to see those advanced tactics now. Let's take that queen. Let's take that queen. Let's take that rook. You would not have seen that. That's fine. That's fine. You got to be doing the tactics. Remember, the one thing about habits is it's only as good as you make it. So you got to practice the habits. You got to work on them. You also have to practice your tactics. Tactics are part of habits as well. You're going to need them. Okay, and my guy is just on full send mode right now. Okay, trades. So obviously I'm going to stick trades. Let's move this bishop because we want to push this pawn. Even at this point, I'm still following the habits. We want to trade anything possible and push past pawns. It's the easiest way to win, and you can see that. Yeah, my guy did not have a good time. My guy did not have a good time. Okay. So d4, we're going with d5. Knight there. Let's play knight here. And is he going to be a London bruh? Is he a dirty London player? Yes, he is. What do we do with dirty London? Hey, whoa. He took my pawn. Wait a minute. He's not a London player. London players don't take that pawn. This has never happened before. I thought he was a dirty London. I don't think he is. I don't think he is a dirty London player. He's just a dirty player. But I don't think he's really an authentic London guy. That move is very, very surprising. Now, we haven't seen this before. So, let me say, the point of giving up that pawn is that we're going to try to take it back with the bishop. So let's see if we can do that. Let's see if he's going to let me just take it. B3. I almost feel bad for the guy. I think he meant B4. You know what? Out of respect for my opponent, I'm going to see if he plays B4 after I do this. Out of respect. Okay, nope, he didn't mean B4. We're taking that pawn. Nope. Don't understand B3 at all. Sorry, bud. Okay. Bishop B5. We're getting checked. Let's block that check. Yeah, no, he had his chance. Nope, he doesn't deserve it. Bishop back. A mature move. Let's bring the knight out. Of course, we want to get castled. Let's go. Guys, where should the rooks go in this game? Can anyone help me out? Checker strategy, by the way. Thank you for 2 gifted subs on top of that as well. I see probably most, if not everyone, saying E and C. K4, shout out to you. C and D. That is correct. Why C and D? C and E is not bad, but in my opinion, not the best. So, I'm going to get my queen out. Now, why do I not want my rook on E8, but on D8? You have to think about what you're going to do and what your opponent's going to do. Okay, let's bring the bishop back. So, what is my opponent going to do? Probably one of these 2 moves. What's going to result is that the D file is going to open up. So I put my rook on the D file preemptively. Now, I want to play E5, absolutely, but you'll notice with my queen and knight, I'm setting up E5 already. I don't need to put my rook here as well. After I play the move e5, what is going to be weak in my position? I want to play e5. So what happens after e5? He's got an open file on my pawn right here. What do I need to do? I need to defend that pawn. So the rook needs to be on the d file to support e5. That might not sound very logical, but I hope that you start to get the picture. Of course, we want a rook on an open file, semi-open for us. You need the rook on the d file in case he opens things up, and we want to play e5, or rook belongs there anyway. C and D is the correct answer. Okay, brought the knight in there. Okay, we don't mind a trade, and let's put that rook exactly where I just said, on the d file. Okay, played knight b3. I actually like the way he's playing right now, by the way. Let's continue here. Bishop should probably move just to, let the rooks breathe, so to speak. So I'm going to go here. And another thing I might want to do, maybe I go here to kick that bishop out. Also, knight e4, knight into the middle of the board, a knight jump, definitely something we're considering. Ooh, we love those fresh primes. Thank you, Blair. Oh, Blair. Thank you very much. So, knight e4, even at the cost of doubling the pawns, I like knight e4. However, totally understandable if, the double pawns throw you off. I'm just going to go for a nice safe move, a6. But I think the decision between knight there and knight here is the one that, you guys need to make. Depends what you prefer. But I'll choose this. It's a little more solid, and let's get the move e5 in. That's been our plan for a while. UFC getting started. We usually grab the pay-per-view for that. Yeah, I'm a big UFC fan, but I'm also a big U fan. That's right, I'm talking to you. I'm a big U fan. So am I gonna end the stream and go watch UFC? No. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here with you. That's right, you. Okay, our knight went back to support e5, and we just played e5. So mission complete, right? Mission complete. I'm now going to bring my knight back here. I'm now going to bring my knight back. Me? Yeah, you. Talking to you. C4. Okay, and wow, look at our rook. We must be a genius because our rook is now on an open file. Wow, how did that work? Must be luck. Let's put a knight in the center of the board. Rook to d1. Looking solid. Looking solid. He's actually playing a great game as well, so don't forget that. He's playing a good one here. I think it's very balanced, actually, at the moment. I'm going to go for a very simple plan of going for an endgame. What is the flaw in my plan? After queen takes rook, bishop takes e5. Yes? Yes? So even if you miss that, I think it's still reasonable to do this, but I might take with the bishop to prevent that. You're correct, S&M. Drop a pawn. Yeah. So we gotta be careful. Bishop takes rook is necessary. But like I always say, if you're not sure what to do, just trade all the rooks. Just trade all the rooks. It'll be a decent plan. It'll be a decent plan. Going for the battery so hard right now. Well, it's kind of tough to get the queen in front of that. But yes, queen g5 would be a good move. It's just not something we've really done in habits a lot. Okay, let's take that and we'll bring the knight back to this square. That's pretty much the main square we go to when we move the knight back. I think that the best move would have been probably bishop takes e3 after this. So should have even taken it instead of moving my knight back. But hey, I played reactive chess. No, I should have played active chess. Bishop back. He defends it. He's punishing me for not taking it. But it's okay. I still like our position. We got some really, really strong bishops. Really, really strong bishops. I'm just going to play the endgame. I think it'll be instructive. Let's go all the way to the endgame. We're going to need to bring our king up. If he takes, of course. I'm going to pre-move that. But let's see how this endgame goes for us. Ah, he doesn't want an endgame. He's a big alpha. He's a big alpha. Let's go for more trades. I have a feeling he's really against trades. So symmetrical. I know. I know. If he takes, I guess I can remove that. I don't mind. Don't mind that. King h1 has got to be the wildest move I've ever seen. It's like it's the way to lose the game, like in the quickest amount of time. Why did he do it? He wanted to play e4, right? He was pinned. So you guys might laugh at me for not taking that pawn earlier, but the fact I didn't take that pawn and the fact that that pawn was on the board means that he played king h1 to push it to e4. So thank you very much. I earned that win. You guys wouldn't have won that way. Only me. I earned it. Let's go again. Let's run it back. What's up, Kukulov? We hit 1350 today, but we're trying to push the envelope. I'm thinking we can go a little bit higher. Okay. Aha. We're not going to play this and allow the fried liver. Let's go bishop c5. Oh, we've had some good energy today, Kukulov. I started with a little bit of a hangover today, and I think it's going to end pretty soon, just in time for me to drink again. So it's like really, today's been good all around. Let's go knight f6. Zhenya, thanks for the 8 months. Thank you for the 8 months. Zhenya Semyenko 1. Guys, we were talking about a yoked Giga Chad, seriously, Zhenya might be like one of the biggest Giga Chads in the channel. One of the biggest Giga Chads in the channel. He's in our Discord, posting in the fitness channel. My guy pulls hard. He lifts hard. He's a big Giga Chad in our Discord. Big Zhenya. Big Zhenya. So if you're also a Giga Chad, feel free to join our Discord. Check out the fitness channel. He deadlifted 685 for 2 last week. Guys. Zhenya's a big chief. He's a big chief. I'm telling you. He might be the biggest Giga Chad in our channel. What up, Zhenya? That's real weight. That's real weight, baby. And why did I do this? Because d3, bishop's going to go there, right? Just explaining. Oh, my opponent says he's a big fan. And you know what big fans do, right, guys? Blow me. Big fans blow me. That's what they do. Me too. Guys, I'm just talking about a desk fan. Big fans blow me. That's what they do. Hey. What are you guys talking about? Knight d5. Knight d5. Castling looks fine. Taking looks fine. Let's take. Damn, you guys are real foul today. You could go for a desk fan tonight? Yeah, I think a few of us could go for a desk fan this evening. Anybody getting a desk fan this evening? Let's castle. You hope the 3-year-old doesn't get this convo right now? Well, dude, the 3-year-old is probably the only person in the chat that knew what I was actually talking about. You guys are ridiculous. Okay, attacking our pawn. Let's decide to take it. I think e4 might be a better move, but we're going to take this one. What are you doing, step desk fan? Step desk fan. Okay. Let's continue. Queen d7 or rook e8. Not just gonna take this knight for no reason. It doesn't win me anything or do anything for me, so I'm not gonna just rush into that. Only desk fans. Another banger from Tommy. Only desk fans. Turtum also subbed at tier 3. Holy smokes. Just saw that. Thank you, man. Turtum, he came in with some gifted subs earlier and getting subbed at tier 3. C6, I have to play it. This was a good try by him. Almost, but C6 saves me. Hello, Lolly. S&M. We got some tier 3. So, I can confirm that one thing which has been requested by the tier 3s and will be granted is we are adding a golden KO emote. That's gonna be live very soon for all the tier 3s. For all the tier 3s. Okay, bishop move. Let's keep attacking that guy. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Dill. You look fresh.
Oh,
You look fresh.
You know.
Let's capture towards the center. I'm just plowing this. Let me just refill this for now.
Okay. Mr. Hansen's gonna be here in a couple minutes.
Yes, there's a UFC, right?
I didn't know that.
Yep.
So.
Yep. You might need some. You'll have to get the fight on there somehow. Maybe right. Alan can Chromecast or something.
Or we can just watch.
Also possible. Okay, goes here. Let's just finish the development. Get the rook in the middle. Just plowing the water. That's right, Jacko. Just plowing it. Did Chill just get serviced by a nice desk fan? Hey, you never know. You never know. Let's take that, and I'm gonna start pushing some pawns in the center. Definitely this one next. Hello to Chloe. Yeah, we'll go for this. If queen takes, still gonna do it because we gotta watch out for that pawn. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, golden KO. I hope you like it, Lolly. It was a good idea. It was suggested by someone. Can't remember who. I think it might have been a tier 3. It was in our Discord suggestions channel, so we do listen. We do listen. E5. Strong move. Strong move. The queen and bishop need to stay connected here on a tether. The knight is forking us, but thankfully we can still survive. How can you tell what tier you are? You can try to use the tier 3 emotes, and you'll find that they're locked. But there's a little outline on the sub badge that tells you whether you're tier 1, 2, or 3. It's hard to tell, but it is there. Real tier 3s know. They know what kind of service they're getting. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. Let's go here. Threatening the knight, and there is going to be a very nasty checkmate because he just put his bishop there. So he plays a great move. F4. The only move better than that would have been probably knight here. So this does cost him a pawn. This does cost him a pawn. Asking that means you're tier 1. True. True. Thank you. Do we have any food going on tonight? Or otherwise I'm going to make an order soon. This looks like a free piece here for me. Free piece for me. Oops.
Maybe Eric might order some when he comes.
Is he coming by? I'll ask him. Otherwise, yeah, I'll order something.
They said 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away.
Oh,
Like 10 minutes ago, they said they'd be here in 5 minutes.
oh, it's getting picked up. Gotcha. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. Let's trade. You guys know we want to trade. And guys, once we've traded, what do we do? What do we do? We push the pass pawn. We push the pass pawn. Okay? Pass pawn, king in the middle, and attack his pawns. So pass pawn, that's as far as it'll go at the moment. King in the middle, and attack his pawns. That's all we want to do. That's all we want to do. Okay, now let's not blunder our bishop. Not blunder our bishop. He stopped us. Yeah, he could have gone here. That would have been more annoying. Okay, king as far as up as we can go. What a great move. What a tricky guy. Okay, let's pre-move that. And now let's pre-move that. We want to take this pawn. Okay, now let's pre-move that. Pre-move that. Pre-move that. Pre-move that. Pre-move that. Pre-move that. I don't know what to do. Pre-move that. Just pre-move everything. Okay. We flagged him. I think he could have flagged us. He got slow at the end. He played very well, by the way. I mean, he clearly is... Well, not clearly. I hope he's a habits bra. Thought he played well. Definitely bishop takes knight, though. That is part of the habits. We definitely want to take with the bishop, not the pawn, so I wouldn't double the pawns there. I like him expanding in the center. Queen d3, it says it's not a good move. I like it, though. What else would I have done? I would have done h3. And rooks to the middle. Like, he played well. Definitely played a good game. Okay, it was a little sloppy there at the end. And unfortunately, the piece drop was brutal. After this, he needed to take. That was the main mistake. So, there you go. 62.2, 62.4. If he was just 0.3% more accurate, he could have won that game. Well, unlucky. Unlucky. Okay, knight f3. Drunk Gamba was hungry. I know. But I'm glad we didn't eat it. I'm glad we didn't eat it. Don't like McDonald's? Not we don't like McDonald's. Obviously, we like McDonald's, too. McDonald's is fire. But don't like eating McDonald's, you know what I mean? I don't like the feeling after. So I'm trying to avoid McDonald's for the moment. But our bouldering gym's just opened up here, so I'm happy to get back in the bouldering gym. And whenever bouldering's open, I can regularly do that. I don't like to eat McDonald's because it doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel heavy when I'm climbing. And it's just less fun. And I really enjoy climbing, so anything that makes that less fun, I'm not going to be interested in. But I was just so drunk, I ordered it. Okay, let's castle. Save the calories for alcohol. Exactly. That's the way I do it. Exactly. What are you looking for, Alan? Oh, yeah. Rope climbing or just boulder. I've done some top rope climbing. Don't like it that much. Much prefer bouldering. Okay, bishop's being hit. Let's just go back. This is what we always do. Knight takes e5, yes, but knight takes e5, defending the bishop. I'm not a big fan of it. It's a little loose. We're just going to stick nice and easy. Basically, if our bishop gets attacked, our habit is move it back. So let's go. I'm already castled, so now I can take that free center pawn. 100% I will. Okay, getting attacked. I think we just go back. Nice and simple. H3 soon. Hello, Real Black Queen. Absolutely H3 soon. But first, I think I'll definitely take the center. D4, for example. Or if my opponent does this, I think it's very tempting to get that fork in. But opening is black playing, not a repeatable one. So bishop takes f3 is a great move. Unfortunately, for my opponent, my position is going to work out anyway. And that's just because the king's in the middle. There's so many other things wrong with it. So although this was great to get out of the fork, what's going to happen is rook to the middle. Not a difficult move to play. And he is in big trouble. He might just get mated on f8 here. I can see a very likely line if he did that. But no, he does d6 and d4. Not a difficult move to play. These are pretty much habits moves anyway. Whoa! Potent ponables. Whoa! Holy smokes. Coming in with the 50 bomb. Coming in with the 50 bomb. That's a potent guy for sure. That's a potent guy for
Is
sure.
someone adding to the food fund?
Yes,
More
we
than
get to
that.
eat real good. Now the potent ponables. We're upgrading potent. We ordered McDonald's last night, so we're doing a lot better now.
Yes. Yes, we
We'll put
are.
that towards the food. Thank
I'm
you so
getting
much.
like a grilled chicken salad with eggs. You know.
Okay. Take back. Okay, that's the center pawn. I think we grab. Also, bishop g5, 100% the idea. And get the rook over, and let's not forget our h3. Let's
Well,
not forget our h3.
Alan is eating the McDonald's that was left over, so that is being used. It is being used.
They still have to be used on McDee's? Well, then Alan will be happy to hear that, potent. We can upgrade his order. Let's go here. Guard that and develop at the same time. Rook's gonna swing over, and we still want h3. Thanks a lot, potent. Did you just get here, by the way, or you been doing some lurking? Today's been, I would say, not only a fun session, but an informative one. So worth a rewatch if you're following the series. Just got in. Yeah, today was a good one. There's some gems today. Wow, so many things look good on this menu.
Yeah, just get you know.
Okay, let's not forget h3. Multitasking my food order here. So hopefully we don't flag. Yep, it has potent. It has. We slowed down early today, actually. We were hovering at 1300 for quite some hours. Gotta move the rook. Let's just go somewhere nice and safe. Okay. Not only to trade pieces, rut material, but also to double the pawns. This should be a move that definitely comes to your mind. Oh, real black queen. Pinning the knight to the queen would be an amazing idea. The only reason I didn't do that is because my rook got attacked. So 100% I was planning to do this next. But it just so happened the rook, queen attacked my rook, and I could defend it this way. So, no, the bishop g5 would have been a great move. Let's trade. We traded all these things. Knight into the middle board makes a lot of sense. It's also coming with a threat. On top of that, we want to get the rooks involved. I'm just going to attack the pawns for now. And wow, walks into a fork. We can do forks around here. Takes. And the easiest thing to do when you're up a lot of material is force trades. So his rook has nowhere to go. Has to trade with me. And now that we're in an end game, we're just going to take his pawns with a rook and promote a pass pawn. That's the winning strategy here. Let's go d5. Let's go d5. Oh, potent. I didn't think it was a secret at all. I knew you were gifting subs so plebs could get laid. I knew it. It's the plan all along. Guys, we said we were going to go for this setup when we see c4, so let's stick with that. Okay, this castle. You guys remember this setup? We played it earlier today, so we're going to go with it. Maprail, hello, hello. Great to see you. We're sort of at the tail end of our building habits stream. You like to do your fair share of lurking, so maybe you've been hanging out here, but it's been a fun day. It's been a wild ride. Okay, now this bishop doesn't need to go here because this opened up. If it didn't, I would definitely put it there. But hey, we got this this nice bishop move we can do. We're not gonna trade, just like the habits. You know, we're not gonna forget about habits because we're playing a different opening. This trade, piece for piece, though, that's fine with me. And let's see if we can challenge this knight in the middle. Yeah, potent. So I mentioned going back and watching the stream for today's series because it won't be on YouTube, but there is one episode on YouTube for habits. And the next one is coming very, very shortly. Okay, bishop here. This is a temporary opening move, but at the end of the day, this is a much better diagonal. So we want to do bishop here. We want to do queen out. We want to get the rook over. That's our game plan. Okay, and of course, we got h6 coming in soon. So I was just saying that if you missed the stream today or any stream, we always have them in past broadcasts. So you can root through and find them there. One thing that I just thought of to make it easier, which I'm going to write down right now, is I'm going to find all of the previous streams, like the VODs, and put them in a folder, like a playlist on Twitch, so they're easier to find. I don't know. I just like thought of that at the moment. That's of course very smart. Probably should have happened already. So maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. Queen here attacking the pawn. Very annoying. Very annoying. Gotta defend it. Gotta defend. I have a lot of ways to defend. I can move this knight to defend that pawn. I could bring the rook back over to defend the pawn. I could play b6. The number one thing I actually don't want you to do is play b6. I know it might be tempting. You want to play b6 like this. I'm going to play it in this game. You'll get the idea. But the main reason I don't want you playing it, well, okay, for example here, he's kind of chasing our pawns. I'm going to play c5. It's the only logical reaction. But our light squares, they just become very weak. Well, all of a sudden, like a knight jumping in here wouldn't be so good. So generally speaking, that's why I don't like b6 that much. But I decided to play here because I think it's the most natural reaction to queen there. But honestly, in a weird way, rook over to b8, bringing it away from the center, is actually the more preferable move. Okay, so he's giving me a pawn here by the looks of it. Yes, Mapriel, the first episode is already on YouTube, so you can watch that. Oh, and he forgot about his rook here. He forgot about that rook. How about a rook to the open file? Can't complain there. So the first episode is there, and more will be coming. More will be coming. Of course, it'll be condensed. So if you want the full experience, like just so you're not missing anything, definitely just check the past broadcasts on Twitch. And like I just said, I'm gonna make a note to organize those better so you can find them. Okay, knight there. I think just knight in the middle of the board is a good place to start here. Ooh, but he's kicked me out right away. Okay. Well, I'll just go back. Don't be afraid of doing that. How to proceed? Well, I'm going to go here and I'm going to look to trade queens. I'm not sure Big Slime, but I have a feeling I might stop this series around 2000. Somewhere around there. Because it becomes a lot more difficult. Ooh, and you blended a whole piece. So that's one way to trade queens. Taking a piece. That's nice. I have a feeling after 2000, you can't really be as generic and as general with your advice. You know, some of the rules that I'm going to follow, you need a lot more specific examples. And yeah, I think it's important to. Okay, we got a pass pawn, so I think I'm just gonna try to start pushing it. Okay, trades are good. Trades are good to the point of, hey, do I care about these pawns? No, I actually don't. I know it sounds crazy, but when you're up a rook, that's like game-winning material. You know what I mean? Okay, let's keep this pass pawn. I want to push it as far as it can go. That is a hanging pawn there on e3, so I will take that. But guys, I've always said, pass pawns, just push them. Okay. So go down here. I am gonna push this pawn all the way. Trying not to overthink things. Just gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay. This is a thing we should take. Okay, now I can't move the rook out of the way without losing this pawn. So You might notice here that I need to identify some way to get my rook out. What is going to be that way? How do we actually free this? And in the meantime, let's take his pass pawn. May as well before it gets out of control. King h6. What a great move from this guy. What a great move. He's a sneaky, sneaky guy. Buddy Lokesh. Lokesh is not low T, I'll tell you that. That's a very high T move. Let's clean up his pawns. Very sneaky fellow. Very sneaky fellow. Okay, so here's the answer. I was going to move my rook here, like this, to defend this pawn. That way the rook can move from in front of it, and we can queen. Like that. And it looks like with two rooks on the board, we will be able to do a sort of like a ladder checkmate. So let's see if we can do it successfully. So we're just going to try to cut the king off one by one. And actually, it's going to be very successful. That was easy. There we go. Mr. Chance, 1450? Guys, I think this might be the highest rated player we've played. But he's Canadian, so I feel like I have a chance. That's correct, El Sharif. We raised 100 subs for people to watch an ad. So we make people pay to watch ads. The same way we make people pay to ban them. Money talks around here. Okay, c3, right? This is our habits. He's 1450. I think he's going to play one of these two moves. But he doesn't. That's how OP c3 is. We're getting a good position already. Okay, we're going to play this one next. It is silent. No cap. No cap. This is a sleeper OP opening. Yeah, so like I said, we're going to play d5 next. Regardless of what he does, this has been a big part of why I'm saying c3, d4 is so good in the Sicilian. Because we kick around this knight, and I mean, it just already results in a fantastic position. Okay, he goes here. I have always said, let's just take that. Let's just take that. Let's get the bishop out. Let's get castled. EMF, thanks for getting subbed. Is that 3 months in advance? Hey, we like to see that, dude. That's awesome. I've always reminded you guys, seriously, if you're enjoying your time here, you know what? Like, you know that you're going to be back subscribing next month. That might not be you. And, you know, fair play. We want people subbing because I think it's worth it. So sub for a month, make a decision the next month. But if you're the type of guy or girl who subs religiously, sub for 6 months in advance. Like, there's an option on Twitch to sub 6 months in advance. I think you can sub a year in advance, 3 months in advance. It literally saves you money. There's a deal. It's like, basically you get like a month for free. So it's just a reminder, like, we get the same amount of money for that, but you pay less. Win-win. Rookie one. So seriously, if you like keep that sub running regularly, you may as well. You may as well. Okay, rookie one, castled. Get h3 in. We want to get this bishop out, queen out. Oh, a 2-month resub from Just a Bit Tipsy. Well, if it takes tipsiness to get a sub out of you, then somebody get that guy a drink. Let's bring our bishop back. Again, whenever our bishop's attacked here, we always drop that back to the same square. Queen d2. And where's our rook go? We don't want to bring it to d1. We want to bring it probably to c1. Open files. Bishop g5 not good? No, bishop g5 would be fine. And in fact, after his knight move to attack my bishop, I think I will go to g5. Thank you for the suggestion. Silent. Wouldn't be bad. I just sort of arbitrarily chose this square. Any of these 3 squares for your bishop in most e4 openings is going to be good. Queen there. And what did I say? We want to get the rook to the open file. Perfect. Now it's on an open file and it's looking at the queen. Let's go, Lime Mile. I'll be joining you, but first I gotta get some food in the system. Okay. Queen to b6. Yeah, Mitch. A lot of people don't know about it, and it's less of I'll always sell out to get you guys to pay money for something, believe me. But it's a lot less of that because it's actually just me reminding you that you can just save money. If you are the type that, hey, you know you're gonna be resubbing, keeping that sub going. Yeah, it just saves you money, may as well. Sean Simp just subbed at tier 3 for 6 months in advance. Holy smokes. That is a big, big flex from Big Sean. That's the kind of simp that I like. Sean Simp. The boy Sean Simp. Let's get that knight in the middle of the board. Yeah, you might need to do that off mobile. That's true. Anything on mobile is always a bit finicky, so you might have to be on desktop for that. We're on a scam train. Oh, and it looks like he's offering a trade of queens. I mean, I'll go for it. We're scamming. We're scamming. Nefrosto's in for 5,000 bits. Latin and Blonde is in for 5 gifted subs. 94. Okay. The bishop's being attacked, but I mean we are defended here. What do we want to do? We want to make some threats. We want to make some threats. Knight check, rook there. Both look like pretty decent moves. Yeah, rook c7's logical. I think I am going to play that. Can't really complain. Extincture is in for 5 gifted subs. Let's keep that hype going. Thanks for the hype, guys. Mitch is donating to the hype. Knight d6, real black queen. I like where your energy's at, but I don't like where your free pieces are at. Gotta be careful. Bishop here is a fork. How about that one? How about that one? On top of that, that's right. Mitch with the 5 subs. Extincture. How about Potent Ponables just sending this train to the moon? Oh my goodness. 50 subs. Talk about a scam train. On top of that, and look at this dirty guy. I go here, and all of a sudden my rook's hanging. Very sneaky. Very sneaky. I gotta watch out, actually. How do I get out of that? Maybe king to the middle? Uh-oh. I gotta be careful here. Very, very sneaky guy. He's looking, the X-ray was all the way down there. Okay, let's take that. Damn it. Look at that. He played very well. I like that. Bishop takes d5. He got my pawn in the middle. So, I gotta try to even the stakes. I want to take this pawn. Potent. What can I say, man? 50 gifted sub bomb from Potent, and not even his first one today. He just tuned into habits. He's a little late. And he's already, what should he have done? He should have done this. And he's already dropping 50 on 50. Muppy with 10 of his own. Okay, we gotta move this bishop here. I don't know, let's go somewhere that attacks the rook. He had a tactic there. Okay, so when we have a bishop, here's what we want to do. Take your pawns and your pieces and put them all on the opposite color of the bishop. Okay? Easy. So now that that's done, the idea is that we can never... Basically, the bishop can never do anything to our position. Okay, so we're safe. Bishop's safe. He goes there. All right. Let's take it. Let's take it. And let's use our king. In an opposite bishop endgame, you usually want to put your bishop somewhere where it, like... Basically, you want to put it on, like, a solid square where it defends one of your pawns. Your pawns defend each other. You know what I mean? And then you want to use your king a lot. Use your king a lot. this should be a game that we're able to get a lot of pre-moves in. Okay, we want to get a lot of pre-moves in. I'll even pre-move that, you know what I mean? We want to get a lot of pre-moves in. Isn't this a draw? Yes, should be a draw. Okay, so like I said, we want to put our bishop here. Something like king up. This move I don't even like by me. I want to stay on dark squares. The only reason I'm scared of pre-moving is this move. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to put my bishop here. I'm going to put my pawn here. Okay, now we can pre-move, right? Check. And let's promote this pawn. Right? So I'm gonna take his queen, and we can pre-move and pre-move. And that's how you want to play these openings against the bishop. Okay, everything on a dark square. That's number one. Everything on a dark square. Okay, now we should be able to pre-move. And 3.4 seconds, you might say, hey, that's a lot of time. You might say, hey, that's not a lot of time. But I think that most people with pre-moves should be able to checkmate with pre-moves with the ladder. I'm hoping that you guys are going to get to that level. That's what I want. I think we can be able to do that. And we just took down a 1450. So I'm hoping that most people can get to the point where 3 seconds with an extra queen and a pawn that's about to promote is a win every single time. There's no excuses. No excuses. They could have won though, right? I don't think so. I don't think so. The tactic? Oh, you mean earlier? Sorry. Yeah. I don't know if it would be dead winning, but yeah, he would be in a winning position if he did that tactic earlier. 100%. Stick with the habits here. We bulk resub for the boys, not for the recognition. Yes, it is but a passage of time. It is but a purpose to resub for 6 months. There, Fallen Star. I was looking at the chat for that one. Extended their tier 1 subscription through to April. That's 2 months in advance. There you go. I was looking at the chat for that one. Thank you very much. Thank you, Fallen Star. Okay, so knight, pawn. If he goes here at some point, I try to play h6 to stop bishop g5. Okay. e6. And if he goes here, again, I will probably go here. Yeah. This is a thing we've got happening in level 3. We basically don't want to allow bishop g5. We don't have to. Don't have to deal with it then. Should be fine. Okay, and whenever we're faced with this trade, we usually drop this guy here. We don't want to be the one to help his pawns. This pin is always what we want. We want a castle. Bring that knight in. We're not going to take. We're not going to take. It's going to make his life very easy. We don't need to do that. Keep the pressure. Keep the tension. Right now, I'm not taking this, and I'm not taking this. I'm waiting for him to take me, and here, I'm keeping the pressure of the pin. Oh, nice. Yep. We caught him.
Yes.
Velamek. Yep. 30 months from Velamek with Twitch Prime. G3. Almost looks like a mouse slip, but maybe not. Maybe not. Let's make sure we get castled. Don't want to get too fancy while we're not castled. King G2. Now, let's continue with that plan. We always want to get that knight in when we have the pin. I just didn't want to get too fancy before we get castled. That's usually a good thing to remember. Get castled before you try to go for any tactics or any extra pushes or moving the same piece twice. I didn't see the game, Rui, but I heard. Okay, the queen is out of the pin. The queen's out of the pin. This bishop can now be taken, so for that reason, I'm out. Okay, let's continue with pieces to the middle. Yeah, knife to f5. Definitely a frightening move, but we're going to pretend we're not scared of it. Whoa! Knight takes h6. And what move am I supposed to play here, guys? Anyone have a move suggestion? Knight to h6. He's an aggressive Andy. Resign, I think. Well, we had a lot of suggestions so far. Knight h7, as he suggested, drops your bishop, guys. Be careful. I also see a lot of bishop g6. A lot of bishop g6. You guys are all losing your bishop. You see that? You're all losing your bishop. Bishop g6 is a very bad move. One of the worst. You're losing your bishop, and then you're going to lose your knight after. You hang 2 pieces with 1 move. So bishop g6. Gotta get rid of that. No bishop g6. No bishop g6. Okay? I fooled a lot of people with that one. Okay, so we know we can't move our knight because of the bishop. We can't move our bishop because of the pin. So if we can't move either of these pieces and that knight's attacked, what does it mean? We have to defend the knight. How do we defend the knight? Well, let's just choose this move for now. Okay, so that would be the thought process. That's how you'd arrive there. But you'd have to notice that pin. That's something you got to be conscious of at all times. Queen g5. And look at him. He thinks I'm going to play this. No. Guys, we're better than that. We saw that last turn. We're not going to fall for it. We're not going to fall for it. You would def hang that bishop? Hey, there's some honesty from the chat. Some honesty from the chat. Oh, knight d5. Well, it's attacking 2 things. I must take it. I must take it. Oh! And he hit me with queen h5, the old in-betweener. Uh-oh. This guy's putting me in the dirt right now. Bishop takes d5. Now, bishop takes d5. Okay. Bishop takes d5. Now, we're back to me being basically down 2 pawns because he got his piece back. I like the idea of maybe kicking out that bishop. He's definitely not a Canadian, Rui. If he was a Canadian, he definitely wouldn't be doing me this dirty. You can tell he's not a Canadian. The American is trying to injure me. Let's play rook h8. Yes, rook h8 is definitely a move we want to do, and we get checked here. It's quite annoying. Let's move our king. Might just bring my rook over here, something like that. Okay. We'll try this. I'll try this. Tough position, though. He played very well. Like, I think the sacrifice that he did was very good. I think it just works. Yeah. Not much to do. Not much to do about good moves. You know? Not much to do about good moves. So, hang on a sec. He might be threatening something like this and unleashing the force of 1,000 manlets on me. And if you've never experienced the force of 1,000 manlets, trust me, you don't want to. You don't want to. Oh, there's a nice raid. Thank you very much. 40 people. Welcome, guys. Appreciate the raid. Was that Jesse Cry? Was that Kostya? Well, I've seen mainly those 2 streaming on the Chess Dojo account. Welcome, guys. We're getting killed. I don't have moves. Oh. Let's stop him from pushing. Whoa, it's a weird pre-move. He should have taken. Okay, let's pre-move this. That's a safe pre-move, right? He can't hurt me too badly. I don't think he can hurt me at all, actually. That's a completely safe pre-move. Okay, we're low on time, so we want to start getting those pre-moves in. That looks like a pawn for me. Let's pre-move the recapture. And you know what? That's probably a pawn for me as well. See what's starting to happen. We're getting some pre-moves in. Getting some pre-moves in. Let's bring the bishop back to the middle. We do have a threat. Oftentimes what happens is when you have low time, your opponent also starts to play quickly. So there's at least a chance for a blunder. Let's pre-move that. Remove that. Okay, I want to try to be on dark squares. We have opposite bishops here. I'm going to play a dark square move. Trying to be on the dark squares here. Oh, he's on to me. Hey, stop that. Free move. Uh-oh. Dude. Check. Check. Oh, shoot that. Oh. Okay. Fold Backy 69 says, you lost, Aman. You're correct, Fold Backy. I got a Dark Knight 420. Knight takes h6 was very nice, 100%. This is a KO tactic. I think it works. All right, look at that, 82. Yeah, he played a good game. Early on, I didn't think it went his way, but the knight sack was very good. I am gonna go over the game, absolutely. So this was all normal, I thought. Both sides playing well. G3. Honestly, I kind of like the move. I know it sounds crazy, but it's not G4. So it's almost like he watches habits and he knows he's not supposed to play G4, but he plays G3 and King G2. And he guards his knight so his queen can move and he doesn't get double pawns. So I actually thought G3 was incredibly resourceful, to be quite honest with you guys. Hey guys, just a reminder that Building Habits is going to be a regular series on our YouTube channel, so make sure to get subscribed if you are not already. Drop a comment down below for the algorithm and let me know what you thought about the video. See you next time.